Welcome, everyone. My name is Anna McMillan. I am the founder of Little Wing Sleep, a mom of three, and your sleep bestie. I absolutely love sleep and I genuinely love helping families. So that's why we're here today. Today, I have Coach Rebecca with me. Rebecca is a mom of two, and she is married to an Italian, with a great accent, and they have just moved back to Canada from Switzerland. Yes, Italian, living in Switzerland, married to a Canadian, moved back to Canada. It's all very, very complicated. Rebecca, I'm so glad that we can answer questions together because it's so much more fun when we're together.
Yay, me too. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for
So
having
you
me.
have you have been through all of the sleep stuff so much more recently than I have been because
Yes.
your little one is 9 months.
9 months old. She sure is. Sleeping through the night.
Sleeping through the
Yes.
night and also in the dinosaur phase, which is what I would call it, is where they think they're a pterodactyl, not a human. Are you
That,
alive? Are you
yes.
okay? Do you still have hearing?
No, I don't have them on me right now because I took them off to replace them with these, but I live in my loop earplugs. Live.
This is not sponsored, but
No, it's not. But
100%.
if you want to sponsor me, I wear them all
Like
the
all the
time.
time. My
Yes.
friend I have another friend who swears by them. She has 3 extremely loud children, and I thought mine was loud. Yeah.
Yes.
My
Yeah. My son will be
mother-in-law
like, Mama, Mama, Mama. I'm like, wait, go ahead.
go ahead. My mother-in-law runs the daycare my children go to, and I said to the other day, I was like, "Is it just me or is my house, like, really loud?" And she's like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. Your house may be louder than the daycare." Actually,
With
it is
just your 3
sometimes.
kids? Or did you
Well,
have other
I
kids?
think that they are no, just my 3 kids, but I think they're just, like, so wild. Like, at home, they're it's just, like, let it loose, like, they're chatting, whereas, like, at school, there's a lot more, like, rules and stuff, I feel
I mean, that
like.
means they feel safe and it's like they can be
Yeah,
themselves at home.
be
That's good.
themselves. I know, that's what I keep telling myself. After our 3rd, who cried a lot, Zach, my husband, went and got his hearing tested.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I should in my left ear. I tell myself that I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss it one day.
Oh, totally. I think I even, like, was looking at a little baby yesterday and was like, "Ah, so cute."
Look
No,
away. Look away.
no, 2.5 years. We are my best friend, one of my best friends texted me the week I would have had not been pregnant the longest in the last 6 years, congratulating of me because my pregnancies are awful, and she, like, literally was like, "It's the week. This is the longest you haven't been pregnant in 6 years."
That's crazy.
I know, she's that good with a calendar, though.
Well, crazy that you were, I mean, I guess it's not that crazy, but
Pregnant
3
3 times in
kids,
6 years? Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
5 years? I don't know, it was quick, but we were like, "Let's do this, let's do the baby thing." I love babies too,
Me too. But like
especially yeah.
3's a lot.
3 is a lot, 3 everyone always
But 3's
needs
lovely
something.
too.
You know what? We always said we were doing it for the adult children because we want a full Thanksgiving table, full Christmas table, and I still believe that, and I think that
Well,
when you're in the depth of it, you have to remember who you want around your table,
it's true. I
right?
feel that way.
Yeah. So, what, you want 3? And no, you want or that you're like, think about the table of all of your
I think
kids.
about the table.
Mhm.
I do.
Good, good. Yeah. Okay, so guys, we're gonna dive into the questions because Rebecca and I could chat about our existential crisis about children all the time.
And our lack of hearing.
Yes, lack of hearing. And if anyone wanted to know, no, Zach's hearing is just fine. He was just
Okay.
overstimulated.
Man, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, dear. Okay, Jessica has a question. She says, "Me again." We love a good question asker.
We do, we
Okay,
do.
22-month-old and a 15-week-old did sleep baby with their first. I'm wanting to start their 4-month regression course, which I'm going to let you all know since she submitted this email and my kids are not sick or hurt in trampoline accidents. we have since talked to Jessica on our lives on Instagram, which you can join every single day. We have a live where you can join us and chat.
And she meant 15 weeks. I think you said 15 months because she originally wrote 15 months. And then she was like,
Oh,
sleep
yeah.
deprivation, 15
Yeah.
weeks.
22 months, 15 weeks. Siblings, not anything else. Okay. I'm wanting to start the 4 months regression course. My question is, how important is the sleep environment to have their own room? The 15-week-old is in our own bedroom, and our bedroom is an upstairs loft open to the main living space down below. That sounds really cute. Like,
It
I
does
like
sound
that
cute.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, okay, let's, like, pop up a little picture right here to, like, make people feel like they know what we're talking about, we're envisioning. Currently, he
Cabin.
sleeps cabin. It has cabin
Like
vibes.
woodsy, logs, beams.
Mhm. It's either that or, like, coastal.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jessica, send us a
Jessica.
picture of your house.
Yeah, we wanna see. Currently, he sleeps in a pack and play with a slumber pod. I swear by slumber pods over top, but I'm worried about noise affecting him from the noisy toddler. Can I sleep train him in this environment? Will he get used to the noise, or should I put him in our closet? We'll be renovating soon, and following that, he'll have his own room. Go, Rebecca.
I love a good closet for babies. My toddler, no, my daughter sleeps in one, and we like try to make it cozy by putting her name on the top of the closet, and she looks at it every night before she goes to bed. But me and Anna were talking about this actually because we don't use white noise machines because, like, to be totally frank, my husband hates them, and I was worried about the noise waking up my baby because we live in a small apartment. And I did call Anna and I said, is this something a baby can get used to? Being around noise. And that's like a good question. Is that something that they get used to, or is it something that like always affects their sleep? And
Mhm.
like, Anna, you tell me if there's studies on this because I'll tell you that my kids have just got used to it.
Yeah.
They just do. They become flexible, adaptable. Like we have, and I do love a sound machine because it gives me peace of mind because I have anxiety that the baby's gonna wake up. The baby like might shuffle, but she never wakes up. And now my son can fall asleep literally, if you look, I think, I don't know if I shared it on Instagram, but in a laundry basket in the middle of the living room. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
stress too much about sleep environment. I think the one like caveat, which is not your situation, but I think one to mention is if you're getting rid of co-sleeping and then you have a baby who's right beside your bed and they're like cognizant of what's going on around them, that's hard
Mhm,
to sleep
mhm.
train in an environment like that because they're like, that's my bed. I want to be in that bed. How come I'm not in my bed? And that is
And
just
you
like not
are, you evil person, you're not letting me in.
exactly, exactly. It's
And you're
confusing.
not
It's
evil,
hard.
you're just getting them healthy sleep that
Yes,
they don't
exactly.
understand.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly.
I would say that, like, yes, they 100% get used to the noise. The noises that I find babies often do not get used to are, like, random snorts and snoring. Like, parents who are snorers, I often find I do have to put some noise or some separation, just because it's not like, toddlers just, like, consistently make noise, and your
Mhm.
toddler is not making noise overnight. They are making noise during naps, which naps are just a different ballgame to nights, and so I think you're good here, especially, like, I would be more concerned about the darkness element, and you've got that covered.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that sounds all really good. I mean, you can put them in your closet, but sounds fine to me.
Mhm.
I don't know. Anything else?
Right. Well,
Also, curious about what the renovation's gonna be.
yeah, we need a
We're just
before and
really curious
after.
about your house, Jessica.
Send us a video tour.
Yeah.
Come be a guest and show us your house. Thanks.
Yes. Thank you. Show us your setup, especially the loft setup. I think people would be
Yes,
really interested if we did a video on that. Jessica, let
I
us
think
know.
so. We're totally
Okay,
normal people.
we
Just
are.
FYI. Yeah,
Actually, if you want me to show you my kitchen right here, I can show you I am
I
100% normal.
will not. because it's not clean. That's all.
Oh, no, that's why I'd show it to them. It's definitely not clean. Um, okay, so Stephanie, hey, Anna and team. Our 3-year-old has always been in her own room at the cottage. So using the word cottage, assuming not home environment. But now that our second is here, sleeping independently at home, we have a choice. Do we room share? Okay, this is a separate family, but similar ages with our 3-year-old and 4.5-month-old. I'm definitely leaning towards our 3-year-old as she is has extremely strong independent sleep skills. Okay. Oh, so they're saying like when they go to the cottage, do they put the 3-year-old in their room or do they put the 4.5-month-old in their room?
Eh, can they put the 3-year-old with the 4.5-month-old? Or, like, if the 4.5-month is independently sleeping, can they put them together?
They could. That even if she wakes up, it would be easier to handle than attempting to share with our 4.5-month-old who's just starting her strong sleep skills. Really good point, Stephanie. I would probably choose the 3-year-old. Not gonna lie.
I probably would too.
However, I would say when you have to have a conversation that it's really clear of like this is just when we're at the cabin. So when you go home, you've front loaded them with the expectation that they're going back into their own room. Um, but yes, I totally would. Especially like we're talking about with like the snoring and stuff, like they just kind of can get really like 4.5-month olds are like, "Ooh, what's that? What's going on? Where are you? I can't see you. Let's hang out." Whereas a 3-year-old like, "Oh, that's dad. One too many beers tonight. Rolling back up."
Let me kick him in the face.
Yeah, that is my thought.
Yes, and
But
I agree. And when we bed share with our 3-year-old, when we travel, I always say like, "Hey, buddy, when we go home, you're gonna sleep in your own room." And I
mhm,
go, "No, I'm not." And I go, "Yes, you
mhm.
are. Yes, you are. This is a special treat, a special occasion." And it works.
Yeah, yeah. I think when you have really clear sleep hygiene, it's much easier for them to understand. When you
Mhm.
don't, that's when it gets, like, kind of messy, and then when you don't stick to it when you come back. So if you come back and they're like, "I really want you in your room," like, you can be like, "Okay, I'm gonna sit here for 3 minutes, and then I'm going to go and I'm gonna come back and check on you, and yes, you might need a bit of a transition night." It's gonna be quick, though. It's only gonna be a night or 2 that we're doing extra assistance to transition back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're killing these questions, Rebecca.
Bam, bam,
Bam, bam, bam.
bam.
Tamara has a 3.5-week-old and is taking a long time to fall asleep for bedtime. Tamara, we need a photo. Anyway, during the day, he doesn't take long to fall asleep. I help him get to sleep and can't put him in his crib until he's fully asleep. Well, he's 3.5 weeks. We would expect that he needs help to sleep. It's okay. It's no judgment here,
Yes.
first of all.
Yes. No. No.
Go, Rebecca. Top tips.
You know, I will get to the tips, but I should say we should do like a screenshot of like my frantic text to you with my 3.5 week old when I was
Yeah.
in the middle of it. And I'm a sleep consultant, people. So if I
Yeah.
struggled in the depths of postpartum, then it's totally okay if you're feeling that way too. But a 3.5 week old, I mean, likely if they're falling asleep really easily in the day and having a hard time at night, my first initial thought is that those are swapped. And
Mm.
they think that
Mm.
the daytime is their nighttime, and they think that the nighttime is their daytime. So some, and another just initial thought is that probably they're just like, are they falling asleep nursing or falling asleep on the bottle in the day, or she's saying she rocks them in the day and puts them
She
to sleep.
doesn't say how, she just says that she helps them sleep.
Yeah, okay. Which, by the way, totally normal. Totally
No,
normal. Totally fine.
100%.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So
Mara, alternate. Let's do some alternating, like, comfort, though.
yes.
Don't get married
Yes.
to one idea if this is how you go to sleep.
Yeah. So some like things that you can do to tell them that daytime is daytime and nighttime is nighttime is you can do a lot of naps like out in the living room, out on a walk in the stroller, have natural light, have like what is this
Mhm.
called? Artificial light, and just so that you don't want to have every nap in the day in like a dark space because then they're going to think that it's nighttime. And
Mhm.
then for the nighttime, you can set a really simple bedtime routine that's repeatable that you
Mhm.
can do for your bedtime routine. And then have like obviously dark at night. And then another little tip that you can do is to try your best. It's really hard with newborns, and I totally did not do a very good job at this, just FYI, is to keep your wake up time more or less consistent. It's a bit
I would
hard, but
say
you
give or
don't,
take half an hour.
I was
So
going to say
that's
give
like
or
an
take half an
hour
hour.
range.
Yes, an hour range.
Hour
You don't want
range.
like one morning to be like 7 and then the next to be like 11 you start your day. That's confusing. So we want to have like,
Yeah.
yeah, which is so tempting. I did that with my first and it was bad. It ended
Yeah,
up
it kinda screwed you
biting
over.
me. It did. It definitely screwed me over.
We all
Yes.
have that story of how we became a sleep coach. That is yours.
Yes. Yes. So there's my that is mine. My tips for helping that out. And also just I don't know,
The
Anna, what do you think?
the other thing that I was thinking about with a 3.5-week-old is that you see all the stuff online that a baby's bedtime should be about 7:30. Actually, like a 3.5-week-old, you should be more at like a 9, 10 p.m. bedtime. And whatever kind of consistent bedtime you were going to bed at when you were pregnant, that is where you kind of want to aim your bedtime. And then once you have a consistent bedtime, then you can start shuffling it forward. You can go from there. But if you're trying to, with my first, I was like, bedtime's at 7. And I tried, and it was like a battle for like 3 hours. I wish I had known just not to battle it, to go, okay, where is our longest stretch? Our longest stretch, say, is at 10 p.m. I'm going to go 10 p.m. One full awake time is 45 minutes from there. So then I need to have last nap done at 9:15. Naps approximately, let's have a couch nap. Like, I'm going to watch a show. It's going to be like 8 till 9:15. Just relieve the stress of it. But
Yeah.
I think that that is really, really going to be helpful. So we have another question here. This is from Ophel. Hi, ladies. Thanks for sharing this email. Please help. Okay, so they were on live, and unfortunately, sometimes we have lots and lots of questions, and we didn't get to their question.
Yes. And she DM'd me.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so how do I get my 2.5-year-old boy to go to bed on his own? Drop naps at 2 when we stop breastfeeding, and now have a newborn. Okay, what we're doing now is very exhausting and unhealthy, I'm sure. He pretty much waits up until dad gets home after 8 p.m., and then I have to throw a tantrum for him to get our kid to bed. Ooh, yeah, that does not sound like a fun evening, my friend.
No.
Sometimes they don't get to sleep until past 11 p.m. It's very frustrating for me ever since I stopped breastfeeding him. That's how I was putting him to sleep. He's been inseparable from dad. Some evenings, dad will take him for a walk in the stroller, but it's not always that he falls asleep, only if I've made him run around and get tired a lot during the day. Thanks again. You're doing God's work. Oh, so sweet. Okay. So, Alfel, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, but I am glad that you messaged in. The
Yeah.
reason why things have not gone smoothly since you stopped breastfeeding is not because you shouldn't have stopped breastfeeding. I don't want you to feel like you have done him a disservice, you've done something wrong, you made the best choice for you and your family at that time. The issue has come is that when we had that equation of breastfeeding equals sleep, when we changed up the equation, it became dad equals sleep. And because we didn't then put in a framework of contingency plans so your little one feels really comfortable in changing everything, then they're really, really attaching to dad because it's like sleep is a survival need. Dad, you access the survival need for me. But the problem is that he's like, well, I stopped nursing. So then mom went, and so that changed. And now this newborn took mom. And so, dad, you have to do this, but I'm feeling lots of anxiety around sleep. So I want to make sure I stay awake while I sleep to watch you to make sure you stay here. And that is really, really where the core of things are. I'm sure when like things come down to it, your husband is probably just as frustrated as you are. And it sounds like your 2.5-year-old is too, right? Like he's definitely overtired. Um, Having drop naps and going to bed at 11, definitely overtired. Were you jumping in there, Rebecca?
No,
No.
no, no, I'm listening.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so, like, I definitely think he's overtired, but we have to actually work on, like, how can he go to sleep in a way that is, like, calm and peaceful, and that is really securely attached, that you can do with both kids. It sounds like dad not getting home till 8, he's then like, "I need connection time with dad, and then I have this process that I need to go through to go through." So it would be you would want to implement this change when dad is able to be home early from work for a week or two so that then that relationship and that trust is built on the same changes you're making so that it doesn't all backfire. Like dad does one bedtime and it's like, yeah, don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing too is often parents think that they need to like run their kids ragged in the day so that they're tired enough to go to sleep at
Mhm.
night. And I mean, maybe if that's like the temperament of your baby, maybe. But often we say, like, when we start with someone who's coaching, we're like, please don't start this program on a day where you have a lot of activities, where you might have something where your child is overstimulated and where they're
Mhm.
exhausted.
Mhm.
Because then when you get to bedtime, an overtired baby is a lot harder to work with than an undertired baby. So I would say I wouldn't put too much emphasis and stress on like wearing him out in the day. It might have the opposite effect when bedtime kind of comes around,
I think
or
the
might make it
only reason
harder.
it's yeah, I think the only reason why it's like kind of like quote unquote helping at this point is because then it's like forcing his body to fall asleep,
Mhm.
right? And so I really think that we have to address all of these pieces of well, and I think that the way we do it is that we need to have you and your husband on board. We need to have a plan about how we're going to adjust things because at 2.5 with a newborn sibling, we want to make sure that it's like the plan is like tight. Tight.
So
Yeah. You can book a free call for 15 minutes to talk about what kind of support you want, by the way. More
yeah.
than happy to. Okay. One of my fave fans emailed in only because I used to work with the dad years ago.
Oh, fun. That's fun.
Yeah. Okay. So, hey, Anna and team. Landon has been sleeping so good for so long, but recently he has been boycotting his second nap. He is 12 months old, and we've tried to let him have a long first nap and then just only have a nap, but it looks like over the next few days he gets super cranky and overtired. That one nap just keeps getting shorter and shorter, and morning wake ups get earlier and earlier. We have about a 4-hour wake window in the morning right now where we wake him up at 8 a.m. with an 8 p.m. bedtime, and then he goes for his nap 12 to 1, 12 ish, like not 12 till 1, 12 between 12 and 1. And around about 3:30, we either do a contact nap. Oh, no, no, they are saying 12 to 1. Like they're doing a 1 hour nap between 12 and 1, and then doing a contact nap at 3:30, carry a nap stroller to help him, and aim for a 20-minute nap. But recently, he will not fall asleep. I'm kind of wondering what steps we take now, and is there any tips for helping him with the second nap? Also, how long is it recommended to try and get them to sleep before we move on? I've been giving it up to 50 minutes, for example, trying 25 minutes of the contact nap and then switching to the carrier for 25 minutes. He's often, not always though, chill when we try and get him to sleep, just not sleeping. We need some advice.
I'll say that when to answer your last question first, 20 minutes, 15,
Mhm.
20 to try a nap. And then if it doesn't work, call it and then try again 10 to 15 minutes later. If you're going to try one kind of way of getting him to sleep and it's not working out, and then you shift to something else, you want to have a little bit of a breakup between those two strategies. So if you're trying I forget what she said, sorry, the first way that she was trying
Like
was
contact nap
contact
and then a
nap.
carrier.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if contact nap isn't working, stop, maybe play for 5, 10 minutes, then put in the carrier, and then go for a walk or whatever it is that you do that then is the nap. So that's one thing. Um, you look like you want to say something.
Oh,
Anna.
yeah, so I was gonna say, like, even when he's chill in the carrier and he's just zoned out, that's still restful for him. So there is, like, benefit in that. However, it's not sleep.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Um, Also for the transition to one nap, it takes time. And so it's messy until you kind of like get into the rhythm of like my baby naps 12 to 2 or 1 to 3 or whatever it is.
Mhm.
It takes time to get there. So when you have an 8 a.m. wake up, what I personally would do is I would push back that nap to like 12:30, because if you
Yeah,
have
even
too
1, yeah,
earlier,
depends.
even one, yeah, because if you have too early of a nap, that's going to continue perpetuating the early morning wakes. So we can move that nap to 12:31, and then
Mhm.
like let it go for two and a half. Like I wouldn't cap it if you're trying to do one nap. I wouldn't cap it. I mean, I wouldn't cap it at 1 hour. I would try and let it go
Mm.
for two, even two and a half.
So what they're saying is that they can do that for 1 day, but they can't do it for multiple days, and that's where I would,
Is
like,
his scheduling?
switch. No, because he kinda then gets super cranky and overtired, right? Like, when he can't do it for multiple days. So that's where I think he's not getting, like, a full nap at the 12 because he's not quite tired enough to carry it past there. Maybe you're waking him up. I would move it later, and then if he's getting past an hour and a half, then, like, you're good for a 1 nap day. Yes, early
Yeah.
bedtime, but it sounds like I think even with just, like, pushing his time a little bit later, we would get a longer nap and you would have an easier time. And then
Hmm.
it maybe even just, like, planning on every 3rd day doing 2 naps, but both of them are kind of, like, more on the go nap style.
Yeah.
They can even be 2 45s, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of looking for a all around thing. But, yeah, I wouldn't stress about, like, pushing nap too hard.
Mm-mm.
At this age, if they ain't going for sleep for that 2nd one, they're not doing it.
No.
Sorry,
Just move
French.
your bedtime up. I know. Then
Yeah.
you get an early bedtime.
Yes, true. Yeah.
Yes. I remember.
So
Um,
yeah, go right ahead.
I remember one of my friends texted me and was like, my baby has not taken a second nap, and I don't know what to do. It's been so long since she slept." And I was like, "Just put her down early." She was like, "Well, her normal bedtime is 6:30." I'm like, "Put her down at 5:30." And she was like, which I don't know if Anna would recommend that, but she put her down. This is before you and I worked together. But she put her down at 5:30, and she texted me the next morning. She's like, "She woke up at 7 in the morning." I was like, "See, you don't have to be afraid.
See, she's
Put her
good.
down a little early." Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm like all for I usually only do like 30 to 45-minute earlier bedtimes, but it depends how much sleep we've missed and how like this is the thing where you know your kid best. Like some kids can handle overtiredness super well. Like Landon here is handling it like a champ for like 1 to 2 days. And then when it gets to 3 days, he's like, I ain't a champ.
Blew it.
Yeah. Where there's like another baby that I've been working with recently who's 9 months, who is like so precise, right? And it's like
Mhm.
we go like 20 minutes past that and he is a mess because he's just so much more sensitive to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, guys, it has been such a pleasure. We have chatted your ear off today. So, we are going to leave it here. Please make sure that you are submitting more questions to questions@littlewinks.ca. Tell your friends or turn up on a live on Instagram. We are more than happy to help. That is our mission here is to help parents because it is tough. It is not easy being a parent. Sometimes, like Rebecca was saying earlier, you're just like so overstimulated, you're so busy, you're so in the depths of it that even if this is what you did as a job, it would be hard. And it is hard. I found that too. And, like you think, okay, yeah, with this kid, I'll have it all sorted. And you're like, no, because
Never mind.
each kid is different.
Yeah.
So different. I was talking to a mom who has 9 kids and they couldn't figure out their 9th. So rest assured.
Yes,
It's
we've got you.
okay. Yeah, we've got you. Okay, we will talk to you all soon. Make sure you submit more questions, and we are here to cheer you on.
Bye, everyone.